Zachary Weston raced his cousin and sister to get to the house first. He thought he'd outsmart his rivals by climbing over the chain link fence. As he was ascending the fence, his bare leg got stuck on one of the hooks. Not feeling any pain, he jumped and gashed the back of his leg 9 inches long. Hearing the screams, his parents and great-grandmother, whom they were visiting, came running out to see what was going on. When Zachary's great-grandmother saw the circumstance, she went back inside and got something that no one would think of: cayenne pepper. She came back and poured the cayenne on the wound. It stopped bleeding immediately. It might have hurt, but he was already hurting from his injury. The nearest hospital was a 30-minute drive at a high speed, and not a drop of blood was shed in the car. Upon reaching the hospital, he was in the limelight. The doctor said, "I've heard about this before, but I've never seen it done." Once the cayenne was washed off, it immediately began bleeding again. The doctor also said that if the cayenne had not been applied, Zachary might have lost his life. I go to church with Zachary Weston, and I was amazed when I heard this story. But when I started researching cayenne's medicinal properties, I was overwhelmed by all the claims made about cayenne's healing power. There's been a lot of research in the medical community on cayenne. I've chosen 3 areas to talk about today. They are cayenne for an open wound, cayenne for chronic aches and pains, and cayenne in your heart. But first, let me give you a brief history. Now, don't you gotta wonder who was that first brave soul to use cayenne the way Zachary's great-grandmother did? I mean, it's definitely not something that I naturally think of putting on an open wound. A form of torture, perhaps? Gone wrong? Well, we don't know how its medicinal properties were first discovered, but we do know who is using it first. Cayenne is native to the Cayenne region of French Guyana and was grown for thousands of years in the West Indies and Central and South America. Christopher Columbus brought it back to Europe on his first voyage to the New World. One of Columbus's passengers wrote that the natives there ate a pepper-like fruit, like we eat apples. Not for me, thanks. The pink area shows where they were originally grown, and the green area shows where they are currently cultivated. Now to my first point, using the cayenne powder for an open wound. When you pour the cayenne powder on an open wound, like Zachary's great-grandmother did, it sterilizes and cauterizes it before you can count to 10. And if your injury does not need stitches, you can leave it on the cut and it will barely leave a scar. But if you're too frightened of the sting of cayenne, then you can drink it. Drink cayenne pepper tea and the bleeding should stop again by the time you count to 10. Why? Well, have you ever been in a shower when somebody flushes the commode and the water pressure in the shower decreases? Well, your blood system is a lot like that when you get a cut. The blood pressure is higher on the cut and low everywhere else. Cayenne equalizes the blood pressure from the top of your head to the tips of your toes. It will slow the bleeding long enough for your blood to coagulate. Now, you don't need a severe injury to experience the benefits of cayenne. Let's take a look now at my point 2, how cayenne helps with chronic aches and pains. Mix the powder with a little olive oil and apply it just like an ointment. The key ingredient of cayenne, capsaicin, is what gives hot peppers their heat, and it is found in their flesh and in their seeds. Now the heat is measured by Scoville units. As you can see, cayenne is by no means the hottest pepper. The bell pepper that I put in my salad measures in 0 Scoville units. No heat. The jalapeno, which is so familiar to us Texans, measures in at 8,000 units. Cayenne, 50,000. Over 6 times hotter than the jalapeno. Now the hottest pepper, which is found in India, is called the Naga Jalokia, 1 million units. Police pepper spray weighs in at a whopping 5 million Scoville units. Ouch! And pure capsaicin, a searing 16 million. And capsaicin has actually been approved by the FDA and can be found in many over-the-counter ointments. Here's how it works in pain relief. Capsaicin affects the neurotransmitter called substance P. You may remember that a neurotransmitter is a chemical messenger that carries message across the gap between the nerve cells. You might think of it like this. And what message does substance P carry? Pain. Ouch! Ouch! Capsaicin stimulates the substance P production. The burning sensation that you feel when you apply the Cayenne ointment is actually just a result of that increased production of substance P. Now, if you keep the Cayenne ointment on long enough, your nerves will actually start to run out of substance P. And that will cause the burning to stop, along with any other pain in that area. Because when there's no pain messenger, there's no pain. Kind of like when there's no mailman, there's no mail. If you've ever experienced numb lips while eating very hot, spicy food, then you've experienced this substance P depletion. As long as you keep the ointment on, the substance P will be temporarily out of stock. Wash it off and the substance P production will recover and the pain will return. The types of pains that capsaicin has been shown helpful for are pain after an attack of shingles, nerve pain from diabetes, nerve pain from cancer surgery, osteoarthritis, backaches. And get this, by putting capsaicin into the nose, it has been shown helpful for cluster headaches. Now here's what I want to know. How much pain does someone have to be in before they resort to sticking capsaicin up their nose? Because I don't think I can go there. Anyways, not only can it help externally, but it can help internally as well. Let's take a look now at my point 3, how Cayenne helps with the heart. The heart is a muscle which is fed by blood. Now, if blood is not getting to the heart muscle because the arteries that feed the heart are getting clogged up, then your heart would become weakened, even to the point of heart attack. Cayenne stimulates the blood system, which in turn dilates your blood vessels. If you want it in medical terms, it's a vasodilator, like nitroglycerin. Cayenne acts like a fast-moving train that rolls through a blockage. It's a bird, it's a plane, no, it's the cayenne pepper train! Sorry. And that train, unlike nitroglycerin, contains food that your heart can use immediately. Taken on a daily basis, Cayenne can help lower blood pressure, reduce cholesterol, and help prevent heart attack. Actually, Cayenne can be given to someone who is having a heart attack. Dr. John Christopher, famous natural healer, praised the use of Cayenne throughout the time of his practice. He had this to say in a newsletter titled Cayenne, Volume 1, Number 12, quote, "In 35 years of practicing and working with people, I have never on a house call lost one heart attack patient. The reason is, whenever I go in, if they're still breathing, I pour down them a cup of cayenne tea, which is a teaspoon of cayenne in a cup of hot water. And within minutes, they are up and around. So if you feel like you might be having a heart attack, drink cayenne pepper tea every 15 minutes until you can reach help." Well, we've looked at 3 pretty significant reasons for you to consider running to your grocery store and purchasing some cayenne. If I've sparked your interest in this subject, there is so much more information available on this miracle herb. Check it out. But in the meantime, whether for daily heart health, temporary pain relief, or even emergency first aid, remember, cayenne pepper.